this week, Scorpio has the Emperor showing up, which is beautiful energy. It's an Aries energy. It's a strong leadership energy. So it's time to own that, right? It's time to own your authority. It's time to, like, you're in this expansive era. You know, it's no longer, you're done waiting for permission from others to do things, to see people, to make a stance in your life, to speak up. The energy is telling me here that there's this resurgence of authority coming for you, Scorpio. It's like time for you to assert yourself. No more playing small. We're not here to do that. We're here to outshine even ourselves. What a beautiful energy this week. All right, let's get into this. Hello, my beautiful warriors of love. My name is Sabrina. For everyone that's new here, Scorpio looks strong with his Emperor energy. I love this card. It has like the sunrise in the back, shining down on this Emperor, who's a teenager, by the way, but anyways, and has this shield, very important, and a lamb. Wow, stepping on the lamb. Anyways, okay. I mean, that's kind of the energy of the Emperor, right? The Emperor is like my way or the highway kind of energy. It's an Aries energy. It's the beginning of the zodiac. It's like we're moving full force into whatever this is. So if this is you, of course that's it. If it's someone else, it could be your father. It could be someone you're working with, usually of a divine masculine energy, right? So a colleague, a boss, a supervisor, a manager, CEO, like the Emperor is the top of the ranking, let's say, right? Could be you're dealing with government, in any form. Could be like the dean of college. It's always like someone that is, you understand. So this is showing up for you, and this could also just be daddy issues showing up, because it's all showing up for us now. But it's a strong energy, and I love the sun that is like pouring down its rays onto the earth, like he's being protected, by. The sun is also a Leo energy, which is a fire energy as well, right? So the sun, but being your identity, it being your purpose on this earth, right? And showing up here as your overall energy for whenever. It's a timeless reading, so whenever you get this. So this is like a beautiful energy to embrace, embody. Let's do this. All right. So this one I'll bring after. The first card that we get is the Three of Wands, which is an Aries energy, which is take the lead. Exactamundo. The Three of Wands is usually, I describe this story every single time we see the Three of Wands, but I just find it a very interesting story. So it's the Emperor, which is the main character today, Emperor, who gets to a crossroads, and at the Two of Wands, he gets to a crossroads, and he has to decide whether he's going to marry the Empress or he's going to be a bachelor for the rest of his life. In the Three of Wands is the decision he's made, and he's going ahead to propose to the Empress. But in this case, obviously, I don't know if some of you are deciding to propose to someone. This is the sign. Otherwise, this is the take the lead, right? Just take the fire in your hands. I don't know if anyone here is in a situation in your jobs, in your home life, in your family life, with your friends, we can go on and on with all the situations, but is there a place where you're playing small? Is there a place where you're being a yes person? And being a yes person is okay sometimes, when it's a yes, I'm doing it, but not a yes, I'm fine, or yes, just to make everybody else happy around you, which is the common, issue of the human race, right? So it's like okay, in the depths of your mind, you've already made this decision, because the Three of Wands is already the next step, right? So I'm almost thinking that, wow, this is really potent here, by the way. Because if the Three of Wands is already showing up, the next card is the Four of Wands, where the prosperity happens and the success happens. So here you're in this motion, right? You're in this, you're on your way to becoming the authority. You're on your way to becoming the leader. And everyone always says, well, I don't want to be a CEO. And that's not leaders, always, right? Leaders, you can be a leader as a worker, as a home, person, someone who's a home person, like a housewife or house husband. You can be a leader there too, because it's not, we're not only leading in job tasks and responsibilities and skills and that, we're leading in energy. So this to me feels like you're upgrading massively. And the Three of Wands is like, okay, it's that push. It's the fiery push. It's that rocket launch for you. Wow. And you have an Emperor here, which is you, or it's someone around you that's fully in full support of you. Someone who is very, has that leadership energy as well. Someone who is very expansive, who is very, see, that's the polarity of the Emperor here showing up for you. There's like someone in your life who is, or you are embodying that, right? Because every archetype has a polarity, right? There's that, which is like a tarot card. It's either upright or it's reversed. It's the shadow or the light. And in this moment, I'm feeling with this specific Emperor, because of that light shining in and this light coming in onto your hand, I almost feel like, wow, I don't know what the hell's going on with you, Scorpio, but there was a reason why you were chosen for this reading, this extended. So this is where we're at right now. I want to just look at all the cards because I want to understand everything. So we have, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Yo, what's going on here? I love this. You have a Queen of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So lots of fire showing up for you. Like I say the signs, they could be relevant, but they don't have to be relevant, right? But we have fire and air showing up, which is very relevant in the sense that, like, the earth and the water is more grounded, right? Emotional. And this is like a movement. Air is mind, but it's also air. It's wind, it's hurricane, it's tornado. Fire is fire. It's constantly, it's like burning down the old and moving into something new. So to me, Scorpio, you're moving into something, you probably even feel it right now. So when I see the Queen of Swords and the Queen of, okay, if I just take the Queen of Swords and I just take her and I just unlayer her and I don't see her as a woman, I just think of it as the Swords energy, which is expression. Communication, getting clear, getting precise, getting sharper with your words, like removing all the clutter. We always talk before we talk too much, right? We do. Even me, I catch myself and I talk too much. I'm like, okay, I just got to filter myself a little bit more, because it's just a lot of fluff that's not necessary. This is like almost saying, okay, you're going to make this step right now, whether it's you're going to talk to your Emperor in your life, whoever that may be, and let's try to minimize the fluff and get the impact in those few words, what the Queen of Swords would do. The Queen of Swords is like the no bullshit queen, right? She's the queen that just talks when she needs to talk, but when she does talk, it's like poignant and it's like impactful and it's like, oh, okay, right? As opposed to the Queen of Wands, who is the complete opposite in that sense. The Queen of Wands will flower it up, will be about drama. She'll write all the adjectives and adverbs, but I love it that they're showing up together, because this is it's what we're doing right now. We're doing this whole medley of personalities, of energies, and finding the right course for us, finding the right path for us, right? To get into our authority, to find our own authority, and to find our own authenticity, if you would like, is to be able to be open to all different kinds of personalities that we meet every single day, different avatars that we meet every single day. and being able to decipher which one works for me, which one doesn't work for me. The one that doesn't work for you doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, right? Doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It's just what it is. And I feel like you're taking this kind of path in your life where you're learning. You might get help from a Queen of Swords. Someone's going to come and help you. Or you might be. It could be a reverse too. A Queen of Swords coming in and being very hypercritical of you. Very, that there's those two sides again, right? The polarity of each one. So that's why this reading could go two ways. If you really think about it, all the cards are upright, but it's fun sometimes to look at the flip side of things, right? Flip the script, like I always say. Kind of, this is very beautiful. I feel like you're moving in. Let's just say the first polarity is you're moving into the Queen of Swords energy, which is you. Maybe you saying exactly what you want in your life at this job. This is my I'm not going lower than 100K. I'm not going higher than this. I'm not doing this. It's getting confident. What happened to us where we lost our authority? Really? This is a let's talk already, right? Because of these emperors in our life that we think that they're higher than us, that they have this hierarchical ranking over us. And we've lost that part of us. Instead of going in, I feel like one of you maybe, or some of you Scorpions, have to go and demand with this Queen of Swords. Demand your rightful raise, your rightful promotion, your rightful bonus, your rightful place in this relationship. This is what I want. I'm tired of allowing you to, because I'm allowing you to treat me like a piece of shit, right? Right now, I'm allowing you to walk all over me. It's on you. It's not on the people in front of us. And this is a thing that when you start to realize that, you're okay, I have the power. You always did. You just lost it along the way. Because, of course, of the world we live in has a lot of programs designed for you to feel lesser than, right? Has a lot of programs designed to everyone to feel small and helpless and hopeless. But the queens showing up to me are just so strong here. Because then the Queen of Wands is this maybe on this journey you're going to need someone by your side that is more concise and a little bit sharper with her words and unfiltered and unapologetic. And then maybe you're going to need a Queen of Wands on your side too that is more let's just go have fun, let's go drink in the middle of the day, or whatever. I'm just saying. That's the best thing ever. But anyways, or someone that's going to help you create, be more creative, be more, confident, and that these are the people in your life, or this could be you embodying this kind of energy. Because who says that you can only be a Queen of Swords in your life? No, right? We are all everything, right? We are one, but we all take from all of our energies around us, right? We're just not one person. And we've changed throughout our versions of ourselves, right? And it doesn't mean that you can't, this is the thing, you can't just say, that's the old version of me and I'm not going to be any part of her, but she was a part of you, or he was a part of you. So what's wrong with keeping that little part of you that you feel empowered with, right? And this is what's happening here. I feel like you're moving into this this emperor, empress energy of owning you. And like I said, these could be people that are going to help you, or this could be you owning it. And the fact that you've already, even if you haven't taken this step, the universe is okay, that's the fire trap. No, it's not a trap. The blazing trail is open for you. If you take it, you will be supported by Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands along the way. You have nothing to worry about. Take that. Oh, this is why this card is here. I was trying to understand what this was, because the Neptune card showed up, which is the planet Neptune, and the Neptune is delusion, illusion, dreamy. The life. It's like it's a Piscean planet, which is what we're in right now. The Pisces right now. You might not be watching it now, but like so it's all about this kind of Neptune awakens us to the illusion, right? We Neptune would prefer us to live in the dreamland, in the la la land, in the imaginary world, which I don't see as such a bad thing anymore. Like I've said this to you many times, and if you follow me, you know that. I feel like the imaginary world is really where the real world, right? Because your imagination comes from somewhere. So it's like, is it because we've already seen it? Anyways, we can go on and on about this, but the fact that that's showing up is to get you to see the illusions in front of you, to see that you somehow lost your power somewhere along the way. Somewhere you felt small, you felt like you couldn't make these decisions on your own, so you relied on other people, and you relied on everyone higher than you, and you relied on your leaders and your leads to make these decisions of your life, right? And Neptune actually shows that to us, and it's like, oh, okay, no, and then we'll need the help of the other planets to get going, right? Right? Like Saturn shows us the limitations of the world, and this one shows us that part of us that could be so much more, but in not such an aggressive way, right? In a very creative almost way too. I feel like it's really beautiful what's showing up for you. And the last card that you get, which now I get, is surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Oh my God, own your power. Oh my God. I never read these things, so I went, oh wow. Anyways, nothing is a coincidence, right? Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. This whole reading is that it's like definitely this stepping into your power. It has a lot to do with you having to move away from this, like an old version of yourself that felt small, that old version of yourself that felt like someone else had the answers and you didn't have the answers. Like it also could feel like, Scorpions are people who like to dive deep into topics, into themselves, into other people. And then what may happen is that you could fall deep into that, right? And then hence begins the whole clearing, right? But when you go too deep into like a situation in your life, you start the loop, right? You start to like squander in the black hole. Right? And then all your overthinking comes in, and all the overthink, and your emotions are whack and everything. And I almost feel like the Queen of Swords is coming in, and even the Queen of Wands, because she could be very dramatic and charismatic, but there are also two queens that are very confident, and they don't play small ever, ever, ever. Like she makes an impression in the room, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Swords makes a different impression because she's scary as fuck, right? You're like, wow, who's this, right? She's a little bit more intimidating, but deep down, she's not like a bitch or anything. She's just someone who is more clear cut about what it is she wants. She reminds me a little bit of the High Priestess. It's like a inner knowing, and she just is what it is, and she just makes it a bit more appealing, the Queen of Wands. So if it's those two personalities or energies that you need to embody, then go for it. And if it's those people around you that need to help you get to this next level, then also that's beautiful, right? But if you were trying to come up with a decision in your life, or you were trying to figure out how to proceed with your relationships or with anything in your life, this kind of is confirmation that it's a yes, a go. And and stop looking at what you did before and how you lived before and how you made choices before, because that was before, and that's of a different linear world, right? Because the world is in evolution. We're changing, and in this whole process is for us to move away from this old world. And if we keep going back to the way we made decisions, the way we loved, the way we accepted love, the way we created everything, then we just remain. And that's that. This is this. And the Emperor is kind of like pushing you, like, let's go. We're done. Let's move into the next. I love this reading. I love this reading. All right. I mean, I think this is it, because this explains everything to me, and everything is feeling very powerful in its own, because every card is powerful here. And there's that tendency to live in the la la land, but instead of looking at it as like a bad thing, maybe you can change your mindset about that too, because that la la land is what's going to help us move forward too. And maybe some of the the dreamy land, and a lot of us at one point get really upset with ourselves because we fell for the illusion. We were deluded, right? And we fell for it. And then Scorpions will tend to go into the spiral, like downwards and not upwards, because they start to blame themselves or shame themselves for thinking. And it's the same way over here. Let's say you had a tyrant of a father, or someone who abandoned you, or someone who was uncaring, or partner, and then you're like, oh my God, I followed that, I allowed that, and then this can get you spiraling. But let's flip the script here, right? Because yes, and you experienced that 5 times, 10 times in your life, 20 times, doesn't matter, right? It's like you right now, you're here with me. So now we flip the script and we do something new. We accept the fact that we did this. Okay, I see it, I accept it, I acknowledge it. I forgive myself. I allow it to come up, and I allow myself to cry, and I allow myself to feel the feels. It's okay. It is what it is. It's not gonna change. I can't change it anyways, right? So now I'm ready to meet these wonderful women or men in my life, or I'm ready to embody this and make this choice from a place of power instead of a place of smallness, where I used to be. And I'm no longer. So, I love that girl or that boy that played small. I mean, they had to play small at the moment. So there's nothing I can do. I can't hate her or him. I can't do that. So I got to love them for making me who I am right now. And that's the pushing through the delusion. Scorpio. All right, this is where I leave you. This was awesome. I love you, and I'll see you next time I come out with Scorpio. But also, as usual, check your birth charts, because every sign is pertinent in your birth chart. Every planet gives a different purpose of an expansion of who you are, right? An expression of who you are. All right, I have a free birth chart guide. You can go click that down below. It's free. And that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, super thanks me if you can, and love you all, and enjoy this power. But don't abuse it. Love you. Bye.